Welcome to a land that consistently ranks among the world's best for quality of life.
You can't demand better than Denmark. This is the best place to live in my mind.
Jobs, health, life satisfaction outperforming other nations by far, but that's drawn in people from other nations, and an unease has crept in.
I don't think we should hide, for example, numbers of different ethnic groups, crime records.
The political sands have shifted, and some old assumptions about party politics no longer apply.
I was part of the party, and I left them because I couldn't recognize the party anymore.
A thought that soon could be replicated in the UK as our government looks here for inspiration. This is Mjolnerparken, an estate in Copenhagen subject to parallel society laws. Laws which say if there are particularly high rates of crime or poverty, or if, most controversially, the proportion of immigrants from non-Western countries exceeds 50%, the buildings could be rebuilt and residents rehomed to aid integration. Sammy volunteers at this cafe on the estate, hopes to move back, but despite calling Mjolnerparken home since he was 7, says he now feels judged by some of the newer residents and his relationship with those that govern has changed.
I would say it changed my perspective to how the people were from Mjolnerparken is judged, you know. I thought, I know racism is a thing in Denmark, but I just thought it was a thing for some people who wasn't that educated, you know, but seeing that even the elites just want to send people away is like, it's not a positive thing, you know.
The parallel society laws are currently being challenged in European courts. What's surprising, though, is who introduced them. A coalition government led by the centre-left Social Democratic Party, a party Labour in the UK are now looking to for inspiration. It's highly unlikely Labour will opt for anything as drastic as forced rehousing, but a Home Office delegation was dispatched here last week to find out how Denmark has driven down the number of successful asylum claims to a 40-year low.
You're the centre-left party, right? But you've veered over to the right when it comes to immigration. Why?
Well, I believe that my party, the Social Democrats, as well as the British Labour Party, is the party of the working class and the middle class of the country. And what we need to care for is working class communities across the country that has taken much of the burden with integrating people.
But for those that are here, have been here for pretty much their whole lives, and say they now feel less welcome day to day walking around.
Yeah, but I can't change the feelings that they have. Of course, I'm unhappy with them not feeling welcome.
You can change the mood in the nation.
Yeah, you can say that, but we need to discuss these issues in an honest fashion. We don't think we should hide the GDP per capita in different ethnic groups. We think it's important to discuss this because it gives a sign of where the problems are.
Refugees granted asylum are allowed to remain temporarily until their home nation is deemed safe. For family reunifications, the Danish resident must not have claimed benefit for 3 years.
It's difficult for foreigners to be allowed to stay in Denmark.
And do you think it should be easier for them?
Yes.
Those people who want Denmark and want to be integrated in the country, it's all right. I don't care where they come from. But those people who is criminal and don't like Denmark, they don't want to be here.
Cedra really does want to be here. She's a doctor at the hospital in Holbæk and is also a Syrian refugee. Her temporary status means she's permanently only planning her life in 2-year chunks.
I feel grateful for all the opportunities I've been having here, but I think it's been something that's been problematic for the country itself and for us, that the amount of contradictions there have been, because on the one hand you give these opportunities, on the other hand you do everything that these people don't feel welcome and don't contribute and don't belong. So this has given so unnecessary amount of stress.
50 years since moving here from Pakistan, Mukta still thinks this is the best place to raise 5 children. Migration policy may be moving to the right. It's just politics, he says.
But even the Social Democrats now,
are becoming more hardline on immigration.
They have to do it because, people, I don't know if people demand or what, but they know if they go against that, they will lose the voting,
Okay, so they have to do it.
Yeah.
But Danish multi-party politics is a different beast to the UK's first-past-the-post system. In the UK, the Labour Party, if you're a Labour Party supporter and you're unhappy that Labour looks like it's going to take a harder line immigration, you could always go further left to the Green Party.
Yeah.
In Denmark, SF, or the Green Labour Party as it's known, what's their stance on immigration?
Oh my God, it's my old party because I was part of the party and I left them because I couldn't recognize the party anymore because they want to be part of the government with the Social Democracy. So if the key is the refugees, so they can go and make the compromise.
Labour may look to Denmark with envy, but there's no guarantee imitation will be received the same way, either by those desperate to migrate or the voters.